This is tradition when you catch a very special fish. And this video contains not one, but two absolute giants.
Go on then.
Last year I had some of the most exciting fishing trips of my life. From wild carp in the USA to landing some of Europe's most desirable fish.
Yeah.
It truly unlocked a buzz for big carp fishing that I've not experienced for a long time. It was around June that I decided that this was the year I was going to chase down a new PB. Something challenging, something enormous. To succeed, I need focus and a single-minded approach. To be honest though, I had kind of got distracted by a number of things. I'd done match fishing, I'd been predator fishing out in Europe, and all round just needed to focus properly on my carp fishing. As autumn came around and we moved towards winter, I still hadn't caught the big carp that I was after. So I started thinking about an abroad trip, like maybe heading back out into Europe. But those plans were suddenly interrupted upon receiving a call from my American friend.
Hey Brian, what's happening? How? Why?
He was busy having the session of his life and wondered if I wanted to join in.
Okay.
I didn't need much encouraging, as I booked the next available flight and found myself in the USA not much more than 24 hours later. The trip was so last minute and I wasn't very well prepared, but I made do and remained hopeful.
These guys in the States sure do know how to bait up. I don't think I've ever fished in Europe where putting 2 buckets like that and a sack full of pellets is pretty standard. Just gotta give it to them. You want a boat like that one for baiting up. You get it done pretty quick. Oh my God, I just hooked one. Oh, that's a catfish. If that's a perfect eating size, we should eat him.
That's a perfect eating size.
And it will be good payback for just coming along and getting me excited thinking I had a carp.
It always just hits.
It's the best.
Life was good and I was thoroughly enjoying spending time with my friend, but I couldn't help wonder where all the carp had gone.
Oh, my head is just dying.
Several days passed with no sign of the huge fish the guys were catching just a week before. Eventually though, I got my chance. A proper battle with a solid fish. At just under 40 pounds, it certainly made the trip worthwhile.
I am so glad I got on that plane.
I was over the moon to have caught, genuinely, but it just wasn't the new personal best that I'd been dreaming of.
Pretty much as soon as I arrived back in the UK, I decided to get back down the deep reservoir, somewhere myself and Alex used to fish a number of years ago. The lake responds well to a heavy baiting campaign, so we started boiling up loads of tiger nuts, we started going down there with a spod rod and a ton of boilies to try and kick it off. Try and get those carp in the area. Probably gonna get some bait in 1 or 2 more times before our session, and we're gonna come down, do 2 nights. Hopefully we catch a carp. Then of course, life came along and slapped me around the face. First up, my fish got ill. That was kind of my fault, to be honest. My filter had broken, wasn't paying enough attention, and didn't realise that the water was becoming very polluted.
All the fish have got this horrible white slime on them.
It wasn't good. Charlie was touch and go for a while, but thankfully seems to be on the mend.
Then, whilst driving on the motorway a couple of days later, someone crashed into me and dented and scratched up my van, which was very frustrating. And then, on top of that, my kidney stone debacle returned once more. I was getting a lot of pain. I think I've actually been up at the hospital 5 or 6 times recently. The first few times they were like, yeah, it's kidney stones. This is what you need to do. Drink more water, take these tablets. Back at the hospital last week and they actually said, we're really sorry, they aren't kidney stones and this pain is something completely different. Whatever happens, we're gonna figure it out. I'll get through it. In amongst all that stuff going wrong, I did manage to get out and fish up at the res a little bit. I think we squeezed in 2, maybe 3 sessions. It wasn't easy. You can do it, Tom. And he arrives.
Hey, Carl.
Hi.
But luckily, all the pre-baiting paid off, Tom being the first to hook into a reservoir carp.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, no, that's fine. Stop.
I'll convert you one day.
Ketchup is disgraceful.
It was a few days later that I got my chance. The water was cooling down and so were the bites, apart from this one morning when it all kicked off.
That is such a cool... Come in.
I got a fish.
It felt great to be catching, especially from a venue this big and with so many memories attached to it.
Just no real big uns though.
But you know what they say, if you want to catch really big carp, mainland Europe is the place to be.
You have arrived at Carp Arena. How about that? Yeah, I'm gonna assume that I missed the turning.
You know, I actually think this is my favourite part of a trip. Now, I'm used to filming trips. I do plenty of them. I mean, this is a filming trip, and all I'm doing is driving over to my dad's house to deliver some parcels. But this filming trip was different.
Hello, everybody. I put my van in the ditch. I might need a push.
So what do? I just press the pedal.
You did a great job.
What address do we invoice to?
You're a very talented man. You're multiple skills.
Thank you very much.
My sponsor, Korda, who supply the fishing equipment and also like some money to make this channel possible, they invited me out to test fish some new lakes that they were going to be opening in the near future.
Now, it's important to note that there was still a lot of work yet to be done on the lakes before being open to the public, but that's what made this trip different. There was a feeling of exploration and discovery to it, something I've not felt in the UK for a while, with rumours of huge carp to go after.
I mean, this lake hasn't officially opened yet. To me, that's kind of exciting.
With only a few days to work the place out, it was going to be a challenge, but not one that I had to face alone, as I was joined by 3 quality anglers. Tom Stokes and Danny were exploring the largest of the waters, whilst I was paired with James Armstrong, or Jimmy, to try and catch from the lesser fished Rosemere.
Oh no! My rod got stuck around the tree and then I nearly lost it. Right, that's a spot, by the way, like I'm putting a rig there. These are fibre boilies, and the reason I'm using them is because Danny gave them to me. And when Danny gives you boilies, you don't say no. If God's up there, he's giving me a sign. That rainbow is just on my spot. I won't lie, I think I was kind of feeling a bit of pressure on this trip because normally it's just me and my friends, you know, Cal and Tom are just hanging out and we're filming, and if things go bad, it doesn't really matter that much. But this trip to Carp Arena in Belgium, I didn't even just feel like it was important. It was important. Danny, the owner of Korda, had paid for everyone to be there. He'd got a chef to cook us food. There was multiple cameramen positioned around both of these lakes. It was a proper film for the Korda YouTube channel. So I started to feel a little bit of pressure, you know, like I've actually got to catch something here. It's certainly strong in here. Woohoo!
It felt so good to know I wasn't going to blank in front of people I admire, but better believing that there were much bigger fish in the lake that I had a good chance of catching.
Well, what do you know? Your boy has just caught a fishy. Oh, that's a dreadful shot. Oh, there we go. That's all right. Yeah, caught a carp. So a small one for the lake, and a small one for Belgium, really, in general. The only way is up. So for some reason, people seem to think that I'm a TV presenter or something. They got like 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras on us right now, as well as cameras on the rods. And we're gonna just do some talking and other stuff. I don't know what we're doing actually, to be honest.
Come check out, I've got a private lake.
Oh, nice. Your own fishery?
I can do fishing from my bed.
Sweet.
Chew out.
Have you baited up yet?
Yeah. Yeah, I sprinkled a few tiger nuts in there. Give it 3 days, it'll be ready. I'm having one.
What's the biggest edge on a shoot like this? Proper camera gear or proper food?
This is nice. This is nice.
I was more interested in the camera.
We should get amongst a few. Carl is trying to film a vlog in my face while I'm talking, so it's very off-putting, just like Mr. Bean would be doing. I'm quite it's going to be an interesting few days. I could throw him in or we could become best mates after this.
Just getting angles, I'm just doing my job. Danny said...
Is that good enough?
Danny said he wanted me to film. Okay, we're cooking. You're good at this. Tom, a little bit different today.
What?
I cooked this one.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Did you actually?
No. Look at it, mate. Of course I had nothing to do with it.
They were following it. Oh, look, he's still there. As well as a bunch of big, round, bulbous carp, I've also been told that there's some perch. It's just fun, isn't it? Passes the time whilst you wait for the, oh, big carp's come along. Got one. That didn't take long. Ooh. First cast, wallop.
Right, so how far out?
I mean, mate,
Where that bubble is or?
Yeah, just a little bit past that.
Oh.
Yay!
I don't know how you can do this all day.
You snagged again.
I literally picked the rod up to give it to you.
So whilst Danny struggles with perch fishing, I just wanted to pick up the camera at this moment and say that that's the guy I have to thank for my last 3 years of full-time YouTubing, because essentially they saw and believed in what me and Alex wanted to do, and their support enabled us to quit our jobs to do this full-time. So I have a lot of gratitude for this whole team and that man there in particular.
They are nice worms.
Juicy worms.
They are, look at that.
Oh, lovely.
They're quite dark, aren't they?
Danny asked me earlier if I'd eaten them. I was just like, what?
Can't say I've ever eaten a worm.
What kind of a question is that? Oh my god. How is it? Are you?
No, I'm an angler, and a bit of rain's not gonna hurt me.
But internally you're like,
But I'd really like to be in my bed. Woohoo! Fish. This one, I am gonna definitely go in the boat. Because it's a long way out. In the corner of the lake. Oh, it's too early for this. What's going on here?
He's well 30. He's well
At least we've got the mansion to live in for a bit.
We're happy with this,
Yeah, Jimmy did a really good thing. He brought the biggest bivvy ever. It's a good job we're all hiding in Jimmy's bivvy, because if we were all hiding in mine, we'd be all sat on each other's laps.
That's not a bad thing, Carl. You know, we've done it in the past.
Is this the last rod that I put out? I think it was. Yeah, it was. This was the one I put out just... I don't know time.
Jimmy and I were definitely on the fish, and the big scary trip to Belgium that I'd been so worried about had quickly become a relaxed social between a group of like-minded people.
At a wedding, that's him, isn't it?
I really enjoyed spending time with everyone involved, and the fishing just seemed to keep getting better and better.
So before they open these lakes to the public, I believe a lot of these marginal snags are getting cleared. However, we're here before it opens, testing out the fishing, and it's a little bit snaggy. Ah, you're joking me. I thought I got it unsnagged, but I hadn't. Bad times.
Have you got any more of that light?
We don't need it.
I am the Fire King.
You look like it, mate.
I've also got really strong wrists
You look like it.
from lots of casting.
I just love a fire. There's something about it. Morning.
I've never seen a carp with fins that are this big. What's it doing with them?
Like the pecks on it look like wings. It's like it's gonna take off and fly.
Now, I know I'm not a wise old man just yet, but I think the older I am getting, the more I'm realising how important it is to slow down every once in a while and take it all in. I'm constantly rushing around, trying to work harder and achieve more. But if there's one thing this trip taught me, it's how grateful I am to do what I do, and that it's okay to chill out and enjoy it sometimes.
Oh la la.
Oh, that might be a bit bigger. That looked huge, Tom. What did I want from Belgium? A big boat battle with a big carp. Oh my god, I'm just calling it, like, that's the biggest. Let's get this thing in. Oh my god.
50.5.
That'll do.
Awesome, well done, mate.
Oh wait, what's this?
Oh.
To catch myself a number of carp was great. To get a 50-pounder was just ridiculous. Like, I actually could not believe my luck. Although, I didn't realise at that point that that wasn't even big compared to the carp that was around the corner for me. I think, to be honest, Dad's probably out. But with my task for the day done, I guess I can probably go fishing now. It's always on the lead up to Christmas and New Year that I realise just how much we've filmed throughout the year, and inevitably how much editing I have to do. How much editing I'm behind on. Because filming doesn't take very long. Editing takes forever. Like, if you spend, let's say, 1 day filming, you're going to spend 6 days editing, minimum, if you want it to be good.
We were all desperate to get out fishing or film something, or do literally anything away from our desks really. But Tom, Cal and I knuckled down and managed to work through the backlog of content that we'd filmed over the past year.
I was actually really proud of all three of us really for the amount of editing we got done just before Christmas. Managed to get the big America film done. Cal absolutely smashed it out the park with the vlog editing. I think he's done 6 vlogs now. And also Tom has obviously been integral to making the main channel videos just that little bit more special than they maybe have been in previous years. What do you mean it's not working? The gate code's not working. Oh no, it is. It's all fine. I actually have somewhere I need to be today, so I can't fish for very long, but it's worth a go. Whoa. I'm a little bit eager. Hey, I can't waste too much time because there is so little time. That's not good. I always forget how sketchy this is. Oh, it's covered in ice. No, we're good. We're good. Do not fall in. That would be a bad situation. Oh, I was so close to dying then. I am prone to exaggerate. We always used to find a big perch just about here.
Amongst all the editing, I did manage to sneak out a couple of times. I caught some pretty immense perch with my friend Ginger Tom before having a surprisingly good float session right next to my local motorway.
I've never experienced so many bites, like so constantly. Have you ever seen a fish that looks like that? It's a dace, but it's orange.
I also convinced myself to wake up early on a cold, miserable Sunday for some pike fishing with Tom and his mate Ed, who, for a dedicated carp angler, did pretty well for himself. But my favourite session, or at least the one I had most fun on, was the annual Fish with Carl Christmas Social. We'd worked hard throughout the year and really come together as a team, so I thought it was only right that we enjoy a bit of fishing without the stress of having to make a film about it. Cal outdid himself, putting together the most hilarious fish-themed quiz.
Are we ready for the Quiz with Cal annual quiz?
And despite it being rather cold out, I did manage to catch a couple of carp on zigs, playing them in the pitch black on a boat in the middle of the night on very light tackle was certainly memorable.
2 bites on the last night, 2 absolutely beautiful carp as well. Okay, so the 2 carp I caught on the social weren't huge. They were very pretty fish and I was happy to catch them, but I wanted a giant. And I was so lucky. Just as it got towards the end of the year, an opportunity came up to fish at Gigantica. Welcome to France.
Now the clue's kind of in the name as to what's so special about Gigantica. It's a place that's normally booked up, but I'd been offered a spot due to a cancellation, and I don't think I could have asked for a better way to end my year on a high. I was happy to catch a handful of great carp.
Best holiday ever.
And don't get me started on the perch and pike.
What is going on? Look at the one behind it, it's huge.
It was as if they'd never seen a lure before. I've never known anything quite like it. This was a true holiday. No proper cameras, no need to film anything other than for the fun of it. It was so nice just enjoying my fishing. But never for 1 second did I think that by chasing relaxation, I would land my biggest carp ever.
That was one of the best holidays I think I've ever had. A proper fishing holiday, focused on nothing but where the next bite was going to come from, and relaxing and enjoying the good company and the fish out here. Back to work.